Okay, guys, welcome to today's episode of the Plekxa podcast, where we help independent musicians build a sustainable career, and find sustainability in their music journey. Today we have Scotty Muziq, who's with us on the show today to talk about collaborations. Welcome, Scotty Muziq.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
So,
So,
is it okay for me to keep calling you Scotty Music, or can you please introduce yourself?
well, I am Scotty Music, singer, songwriter from Lagos, Nigeria. Uh, Guinness World Record holder, UNILAG student. Yeah, basically an independent artist, finding voice.
Okay.
So
Uh,
you can still call me Scotty Music. I mean, that's my
yeah. Is that what a lot of your friends call you?
that's what everybody calls me, even my parents. So
Wow. So your parents support your music career then?
yeah, they do. I mean, my dad used to like my dad
Hello?
sponsored first ever recording, my first ever song. So my parents actually do support my music.
Yeah, that's really good because most parents, especially African parents, aren't really big on their kids doing music. So you getting the kind of support really help you psychologically, right?
Yeah, obviously, because like not trying to win your parents over is a big flex. I'm not even going to lie, because like you don't have to tell them, oh, daddy, I'm on I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Nah, they already know. I mean, my first song, my dad listened to he had some issues with like some things I said, so he oh, go back and do this again, bring it back. So that's like it's like a big
Wow,
flex that also what you do, you know. So
that's
yeah.
great. So, we're going to keep asking the easy questions and then we'll get deeper. Um, what would you say is your genre of music and what drew you to that genre?
Okay, so my kind of music is basically me trying to find my voice, me trying to find a way to express myself. I'm a creative art student in the University of Lagos. So
Well,
what made me even go there to study creative art in the first place is because I found out that this is the place where you can easily express yourself. Like you can
yeah,
say your story like in different ways through drama, through painting, through drawing, through so many ways to like tell your story. And my own way of telling my story is through singing, putting down how I feel at a particular time into music, and people listen to it. A lot of people could relate to it because I mean it's it's something people can relate to. It's not just my story; it's everybody's story at the end of the day. So I call my type of music the Afro truth. It's like a subgenre of Afrobeat.
what did you call it? Afro what?
Afro truth,
Afro. I didn't get the last one.
truth, the truth.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, did you coin that genre, or is this something that has existed before?
I coined it. I coined it. It's. I'm the first ever. I brought it, I brought it
Yeah.
up by myself. So
So, if
nobody
you were to
actually.
describe the genre,
Yeah.
what would you say makes it different from the original Afrobeat?
I mean, it's different because I mean, music itself is a way of sending a message. But recently, a lot of artists out there they just sing. They don't have like any message they're sending. Could be. I mean, I don't think. I feel like most times it's just about the vibe. People just want the vibe. Like, oh, what's
Yeah.
that? This is. So I don't really see myself that way. I want to be able to tell a story through my music. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I mean, they could be doing the same thing as I am, but me trying to like bring out an original, like an authentic voice in my own sound is what makes it different. Me trying to bring
Yeah.
out my own stuff in my own sound, making them understand that, oh, when they hear this voice, when they hear this sound, they know it's me. Like there's no
Yeah.
other person. So yeah, that's what led to me bringing out the Afro truth. It's basically me telling the truth in my own sound.
Yeah. So what would you say inspired this journey? Did you have somebody you knew who made music, or you used to listen to? A lot of people would say I used to listen to Beyonce, I used to listen to Jay-Z, and all of these people. So, what influenced you to get into music, and when exactly did you get into music?
So I grew up in I went to a secondary school where I had like there were people doing music there in my secondary school. I think I made my first song when I was in SS school. So there were people doing music there, and I always liked music. 'Cause I think I wrote my first song in Family Six. At that time, I was playing a comb and a nylon. There's this instrument that formed from a nylon. It was
Yeah.
sounding like a trumpet. So I used to do that during the assembly every day in primary school. And
Wow.
people, when I got to secondary school, JS1, I did it when they were having like inter-house sport. That was how I even joined the school band. I didn't know how to play any other instrument apart from that.
Wow.
The principal of the school said, "Yo, this is different. Let him join the school band." So that was how I
Yeah.
got to the school. And I was going with them for everything they were having, every event. I was going with them with my comb and my nylon. I had to even make it very portable that I can just like bring it out anytime I want. So I had to like carve it properly and just put it in my bag. Whenever I get there, just bring it out and just start playing.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I did. And in the school, there were people doing music. I always wanted to be like I wanted to be like them. I was looking up to them at that time because I'm coming from like a place where it's actually like it's very difficult to actually do anything. To be honest, I'm not
Yeah.
coming from a very rosy place where I don't want to say gutter because many of these guys they say I come from gutter. And I don't want to say gutter, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, where I'm coming from is not juicy, it's not nice. No, I'm not even going to lie to you. Coming from a very poor background, so my dad put me up with rich men, like people with, you know, so like coming from that place and being able to rub shoulders with people that are not even on your level, like I'm not even going to lie, they're not even on your level at all. And they had everything. So I think at one point in my life, I was telling my friends in school then, like, if I have what these guys have, I'll be bigger than them, I'll be better than them. But life right now, most of those guys I used to admire, they are the ones that are looking up to me. So
Wow.
you see how
That's
it
so
is.
good.
You know, what makes us different is the drive. At the end of the day, is the drive.
Yeah.
The drive I have might not be the drive you have, even though you can actually do this thing. You might not have like you might not be in a position, the same position as I am,
Yeah.
because I go crazy every day. I go crazy every day. I can't even lie. I remember the last song I dropped before the one in December. I was
Yeah.
hawking bread and matches. I
Yeah.
just looking for promotion. A lot of them can't do that. They are rich kids. So they wouldn't want to say that hey, their skills go drop. Nah, I don't care about my skills. I care about cheese.
Yeah.
So that's and I think I also gained like inspiration. Like one thing that also aspired me, one person that actually did aspire me would be Wandeko. It would be
Okay.
my great honor to actually meet Wandeko, and I mean, I might actually cry that day. God knows. But yeah, it's like it's like somebody I really respect. And when I was in secondary school, yeah, when I was in secondary school, I did a song like living. I had a song, I had my own song, so I got an opportunity to perform in like on our validity service. I
Yeah.
performed Wonderful song instead of my own song. So that's how much respect I have for him. How much I actually look up to him. So that's just the thing, you know. Yeah.
So if you got an opportunity to work with anybody, it would be wonderful for you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Apart from Wandiko, I would say if I have an opportunity to work with anybody, I'll say Davido.
Davido.
Yeah,
Okay. Why
because
him?
that carries he carries your song like it's his own song, and you know I wouldn't want to say I want to feature any other person apart from Wandiko and Davido. Like for a start, maybe later on I want to like feature Rema. Like if I get the opportunity, I would want to do that with Rema because I mean it's the future. He's the one that would take Afrobeat to the next level.
So far, I really like how his story so far has been really good. Um, Sometimes you find people, the millions of people nowadays who say that they're musicians. It's like the barrier to entry is very low. It's difficult to find people who have been doing it for so long with the struggles associated with music and who still find joy going through all the processes and wanting to be there for the people who listen to their music and who enjoy what they do, who keep them going. Um, it's really amazing seeing people or seeing creators or artists who still um, pay attention to their craft, who still enjoy what they're doing, who isn't just driven by trend of what the next big artist is doing, but also um, what they believe, their sound, driven by their experiences. You see the story so far from his school days, finding music. You see an artist who has grown, who found himself through the journey, and that's one thing that really helps to propel creators towards success. Um, as soon as he gets back, we go into the main conversation, which is collaboration. We'll talk about the struggles of being an artist and talk about collaboration. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, can you guys hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Okay, so now that you're back, let's dive straight in. Um, we set out to, because sometimes we talk about careers. Um, I've been in this industry for over 15 years and I've seen people come and go. And you see, the music industry is music careers are very volatile. Um, for example, you have artists who were really big at some point and now they're nowhere to be found. And then you find that a small percentage of musicians actually find some level of success. And even after finding that success, it's not they are unable to sustain it. So they have a short career and then go back under. So we're going to start somewhere. Um, as an artist, what would you say are your biggest constraints or the biggest struggles you have with getting your music out there as an independent artist?
So I'll say my biggest constraint is actually
Yeah,
the funds. To be honest, I know I have like the talent. I know I have what it takes
yeah,
to go big, like very much. But like the funding is actually a major problem because nobody would want to just
yeah,
drop money just like that. And I'm an independent artist.
yeah,
I don't have a management. I'm not signed to anybody. So I've been reaching out to people actually. I've been reaching out to my friends, to people that I know they can actually like they are financially
yeah,
strong to actually drop money, that invest in my stuff. I mean, it's been like lately, yeah, it's been good. Like it's been good because they've been seeing the results, they've been seeing the things I've been doing. So first of all, I think my major constraint is actually
Okay.
funds. Is the funds. If I have funds to put in these spaces, I'll become big. And you see that part where you said something about these guys going big and then not sustaining it. I feel like it is them. It is them.
Yeah.
It is from them. So we are different people. We are different people
Yeah.
with different grace and different grace.
But you know that
So
the
I feel like it's a personal,
average career you find for an artist is a little bit
yeah.
less than 10 years. That's even for the big ones. So let's say you find success at about 20, um, you'll get to your peak somewhere around 30 and maybe 31, 32 if you're lucky. Some people die off at 25, 27. You find people who have maybe foreign musicians who have been in the maybe two face in Nigeria who have been there for a long time, but maybe 0.1% have a long enough career to even sustain themselves. So there is some data to suggest that um, the music career is very unstable, and chasing that path will lead you on a path where you can most likely struggle for a long periods of your life. So, do you still agree that it is still based on the artist, or there is an element of the industry and the career as a whole that projects instability?
Oh well, I feel like the instability is actually
Yeah,
first of all the person and the industry. Industry is actually very hard because I mean every year cannot be your year. Obviously, another person will shine. So you now like evolving as the world is evolving, you are supposed to evolve with the world. Like the world is evolving, every part of the world, everything about the world is also evolving.
yeah,
The entertainment industry is evolving, the music, everything about the world. I mean, yesterday somebody was talking to me about AI replacing entertainment. So the world is evolving. You know, the world is evolving. So you as a person, you should also try. I mean, before the kind of sound they have before is not the kind of sound we have now. Afrobeat wise, now people are putting different things together to bring out different elements together to bring out different sound in
yeah,
Afrobeat. Now bringing out different subgenre from Afrobeat, Afrofusion, Afro this, Afro that, you know.
yeah,
So because the reason why they do this is because of the different elements being attached to it. It's not like the previous time when you were okay, like during the last time there were some sounds, and now some of those sounds
I think
we've
the
added
network
like we've
provider is really
added some
asking
other
for us
stuff.
today, and interrupting this show. Um, it's been a very productive conversation so far, and I'm still looking to get to the sweet parts. Um, so, I guess while we wait, we talk about the major point he highlighted, which is funding. Uh, I would assume that funding would be the number one problem a lot of independent musicians would say they face, um, um, or the major cause of their instability or inability to find success. Um, so, by the time it comes, we're going to talk about funding as an entrepreneur because um, a lot of creators and musicians just look at themselves from building the product. They do not particularly look at themselves as entrepreneurs. And then they talk about the quality of the product, the features of the product, how hard they worked building the product. But sometimes business isn't just about the product, it's about um, product market fit. Are you able to find a market for that product? No matter how much you think or how good you think the product is, are you able to find the market for that product? Hello, welcome back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Hello?
So I was saying something before I left. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
So yeah,
Yes.
go on. I can hear you.
So I was saying something. Yes. It's talking about like how
I
the
can hear
world
you.
is evolving,
Go
how
on.
things are changing, how things are changing, how everything is changing about the music, how Afrobeat is
Yeah,
adding more elements and having its power in like the whole world now. It's a
yeah,
global sound. Afrobeat is a big sound now. Even the foreign market, they appreciate it, they buy it, they like it. So now that it's evolving and it's gaining its own stand, you as an artist finding out all these things, you need to also
yeah,
try as much as you can to fit into the way the world is evolving. I'm not saying you should change the way you sound, but try and find out that what is this thing that what am I lacking? Obviously, you'll be lacking something. What am I lacking? How can I change this? How can I add this? What do I do? Who do I? That's why we need people in your space that would help you build more because we learn every day basically. The world is a school on its own. There are things that you do not know that you get to find out every day. You get to find out certain things, new things every day. So as
yeah,
an artist, I feel like
exactly.
evolving as the world is evolving, try as much as also evolve with the world's evolving. That's the only way you can stand out. That's the
Yeah,
only way you can create a sustainable growth in the industry. Basically, for me, it's my own take. Yeah.
so if I jump in right there and say, you asked the question, what am I lacking? So we're just talking about, do you agree that musicians are entrepreneurs? Let's start there.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They are entrepreneurs actually because I mean you make money from music and you put it back. When okay, you start with the capital. Business, every business has
Okay,
a
good.
capital. You start with
So
the capital first of all.
yeah,
So starting with the capital, you put it, you pump it into the music, into the
yeah,
marketing, into production, into everything. First of all, you start with production. That's the
yeah,
production, and then you go to the mixing and
yeah,
mastering of the song. And then the song comes out. You pay your artwork designer, your graphic
yeah,
designer. You pay for marketing, proper marketing. Like you create a marketing strategy in every business you have like a marketing strategy too.
yeah,
I mean to get this your product to the end users, to get your product to the end users, for them to use your product, you need to do proper marketing. You need to do promotion. You promote your product. So obviously, our songs too are also products. So they go through every single step that an entrepreneur goes through to get their product out there.
correct.
Every single step. It's just that the platforms are different. So you go through every single step you as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur will go through to get your product to the end users. And the end users are your fans.
So
So obviously,
if musicians are entrepreneurs, then um, you need to build a product, find product market fit, then you go to an investor and say, because most likely as a startup entrepreneur, you do not have the capital to fund that product, which is where a lot of musicians are, right?
obviously,
So you need to build a
yeah,
product,
yeah,
convince an investor that this product you have found some level of, which is what they say, you have to build a fan base. Um, Gone are the days where you see a record label pick somebody because they can sing. Now it's about how much TikTok following do you have, because you have been able, through your TikTok following or Instagram growth, you've been able to show that people like this product. People are willing to buy this product. Yeah. So
yeah,
there is the element of convincing
yeah,
an investor that this is a good investment. So let's look, if musicians are entrepreneurs,
yeah,
then the record label is the bank or an investment company. Do you agree with that? Good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you
I
look at
agree.
a lot
I
of
agree.
musicians come and say, a record label, I can't find a record label, I can't find a management. But first of all, we can go back and say, have you built an amazing product? So even if you are that good of an artist and you've built an
Exactly.
amazing product, you've recorded good music, you and your friends dance to it, your family is saying you're the best
Yeah.
musician in the world,
Yeah.
have you found product market fit? Do you have the following? And do you have the
Okay. So,
ability to be able to now go to an investor and say, this is what I've done, this is how much I need, this is how you can believe that, or you can trust that you're going to be able to manage these finances properly, put it into this product, and be able to bring returns for you. Do you think a lot of musicians are capable of doing that, or have they done that?
okay. So I feel like a lot of musicians actually don't know about
Yes.
all this. Like not everybody has the cognitive. Not everybody has the cognitive. So the first and foremost, I feel like as an artist,
Yeah.
you should actually learn about the business. Learn about the business first of all before just doing music. Doing music as an independent artist is not enough. You
Yes.
need to actually go back and learn about the market,
Yes.
learn about the business. But
Just when the conversation is getting better, we're having another break. Um, Hopefully, we can take these breaks as brief moments to talk deeper on some of the things. Um, so, like what you said, as a musician, you have to know a little bit about business because um, it isn't just about building a product. It isn't about I can sing, I can make music. Me and my producer has cooked the baddest song. It is about convincing someone to invest in your product or bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is you funding your company by yourself. That means you're funding a music career by yourself. You're paying for the production, marketing, touring, whatever, and then you're going to get all of the returns. So if somebody else is going to invest in that, you need to convince the person that you're worth the investment, not just because of how good. Because when you go talk, if you're talking to an entrepreneur and they say, um, I'm building an electric car with Tesla. It has this feature, this feature. You can drive on air, you can drive on water. Yes, but a customer's willing. In economics, they say a customer needs to be willing and able to pay for the product. Are they willing to pay for the product? Are they able to pay for the product? If not, then something is missing. And then you cannot go to the label, or the label won't come to you to say we want to invest in this product so that we can get a piece of the profit. So these are things that musicians have to take into account. And it will lead us to the next point of the conversation when he's back. Another part of being an entrepreneur, which is analyzing the business from a point of barrier to entry and competition, where you see that anybody can, you can't just wake up and call yourself a doctor or a lawyer, but you can just wake up and declare yourself a musician. And while it is good, it is also very bad because it means that the barrier to entry is very low. And when you go, when you find any business where the barrier to entry is very low, for example, um, um, let's say a tailor, anybody can just get a sewing machine and become a tailor. What happens then is there are too many tailors. So if there's too much supply, then price drops. And then that is what is happening with Spotify, where you're getting a fraction of a dollar per stream. So there's excessive supply of music because everybody can make music. Music is easy to make. Music is cheap to make, especially with production of music getting cheaper with Pro Tools, DAWs like FL Studio, and even everyone being able to learn how to mix their own songs on YouTube and other stuff like that. So the barrier to entry for music is very, very low. That leads to excessive competition. Now, where there's excessive competition, it means that everyone in that particular industry or doing the same thing are unable to find um, growth or stability because if there are 100 customers and there are 10 businesses, each of them can get 10 customers. But if there are 100 customers and there are 100 businesses, then most likely they'll be able to get just one customers each. That is even if they do things right. You find that in the music industry, a lot of the big labels now take 50% of these 100 customers, and then the rest uh, musicians are left to share the remaining 50%. That means each business in this case, which is each musician, is forced to share less than one customer. So this is the beginning of instability. Um, Hopefully, we're able to get him back any moment now. Um, but with this, looking at these problems, you can then see that is the problem really funding? Because if somehow money is given to every musician, let's say every musician in Nigeria is given 20 million, you ask some of them, what will you do if you get 50 million or 20 million? Some of them will tell you, I'll go on TV, I'll do this, I'll do that. And at the end of the day, if everybody gets 20 million, that means everybody markets the same way, everybody does the same thing, and then the competition stays. Um,
Can you?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can hear you.
Yeah.
Can hear you.
Um, so we're talking about musicians as businesses. So we're going to go one step further and talk about barrier to entry competition, just as a musician is a business. So, for example, I was saying that you cannot just wake up and declare yourself a doctor or declare yourself a lawyer, but you can wake up and declare yourself a musician. So that means the barrier to entry for music is very low. And
Yeah,
then if anybody can just wake up and call themselves a musician and make music, I don't know if you see the Spotify data where about 70,000 to 100,000 songs released every day.
yeah,
So when there's excessive supply, that means price drops.
yeah,
That means the more musicians that exist in the market, there is instability because each of it's like a business. If
yeah,
there are 1 million people selling food in the same market, most
yeah,
likely most of them will be unstable. So would
yeah.
you still agree or still say that the biggest problem of independent musician or your biggest problem lies in the fact that you're unable to get just funding? So if you get these funds, there's all of this competition in the market. So it is now a gamble of if are you going to be able to use this money to find success? Are all these other people still getting money to find success? And how long can this success last? Are you going to be profitable? If a record label gives you 20 million, is it guaranteed that record label is going to be getting 40 million, maybe a 2x or a 3x?
Okay, so I still say it still remains on the artist.
Yeah,
I don't want to speak for other people. I don't want to speak for other people because I still am going to say that being an artist, you need to understand that this is not just like it's not just a place where you come to play. You mean business because
yeah,
first of all, putting your money into something, you know, you're putting your money into it. Obviously, you wouldn't want your money to go to waste.
yeah,
So it's not just about being an artist. It's more than just being an artist. Now it's more than the artistic part of it. It's now about the what's it called, the business part of it.
yeah,
So a lot of young artists do not know anything about they don't have the cognitive about the market. They just want to do music.
yeah,
It's about you. I want to do music. I want to just do music. But I feel like it gets to a point. Like me now, I've gone beyond that point where I just want to do music. I want to
yeah,
make money off my music.
yeah,
So it's not just about doing music again. I want to make money. I want people. I want my face to be all over their faces too.
yeah,
Do you understand? And I know the market is tight. So how I feel like what makes you different is your marketing. Since the
yeah.
market is tight, the difference is going to be what are you bringing to the table. Like me now, if show
Okay.
promoters call, they call me for a show. If you check my
Yeah.
post, I had to go back and sit down and think about it. I was like, yo, what is going to make me different from all these other guys? Because this market is oversaturated. So what will make
Yeah.
me different is how I package myself. See, I told my mom something the other day. I told her an apple outside is going
Yeah.
to be obviously cheaper than an apple inside ShopRite.
Definitely.
Why? Because of the packaging, the branding.
Yeah.
So that's basically what the music is about. The music is about branding. It's about how you package yourself, how you are able. And funny how you don't need too much money to be able to brand yourself. But a lot
Yeah.
of artists, they think it's just about the making of the music. Make your music, you'll be like every other guy.
Yeah.
But what makes you stand out is what you are bringing to the table, how you are presenting yourself, how you are carrying yourself is what makes you different. And
Yeah.
that's things first. To be able to get investors to invest in you, they would have seen something different, something unique about you.
Yeah.
I have to sit back and think about what I can do because I know I have a lot of energy. I'm still very young. I'm very energetic, and I'm
Yeah.
studying creative, where brings out all of my energy because we dance, we sing, we act. So obviously, my energy cannot just go to waste without me being able to make money off the energy I have. I give.
Yeah.
So I went back. I looked at everything properly and my trajectory, and I was like, "Yo, I'm coming back with a cutlass." Now, when I go on stage,
Yeah.
I hold the cutlass. Immediately, I'm getting all the attention because what is this guy doing with a cutlass on stage? Do you
Yeah.
understand? So immediately, I'm getting all of the attention and coming in with so much energy because I feel like what I'm studying is creative arts because I'll keep mentioning it because I
Yeah.
plan on like this year, every of my performances, yeah, I plan on bringing in that theatrical element.
So
I'll
you're
be bringing
indirectly
in
saying that you're indirectly hyping Unilag here, right?
no, 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 not even the genie last year. Yeah?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I'm bringing in all the theatrical elements. I
Yeah.
could come in with a babalao.
Yeah.
If I come in with a immediately, the attention is there, is drawn to me.
Yeah.
Whatever I have, even if it's rubbish, they will listen because what is this guy doing? Like, why are they dressed like this?
Yeah.
It is to be very controversial, and that's what a business needs. You need controversy. You need people talking
So
about your.
so you're of the opinion that some people will say any publicity is publicity. Do you agree
It
with
is
that?
yes,
Okay.
it is. So, I mean, I might not be that person they think I am because deep down I know this is marketing. I'm
Yeah.
pushing my and at the end of the day I'm making cheese off it.
Yeah.
You that you are talking bad about it, you might not even have up to what I would have because I feel like it's a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. And being a businessman, obviously too, you need to have a very crazy mindset because for you to be able to take risk and not care
Yeah.
about the odds, it's crazy. And as I heard something about you were saying something about artists, what's the word? You're saying something about artists just going into music, like you can get into music and
Yeah.
you don't need a degree to go into music. Yeah, that's true. You don't need there's no blockage, there's no barrier. You
Yeah.
can wake up in the morning tomorrow and just say, "Oh, I'm an artist today." Because you
Yeah.
can like go to the studio and record. And these days, you don't even raw talent itself is not even all that matters
Yes.
because you can sound tune everything. You can fine tune everything and it sounds very beautiful.
Yeah.
But raw talent still matters because there are places you get to that would require raw talent. And if you cannot prove yourself, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So obviously, and
So let's talk
Africa,
about. Yeah. Go on. Finish up.
don't worry,
Okay. So we are of the opinion that um, competition in a market is good
it's
for
good.
a level of capitalism where the winner takes all, right?
Yeah,
And then you find in Nigeria, for example, there are a few artists that have made it, that are rich, but then the 99% of musicians are broke and unstable, right? We have the
Yeah.
opinion that competition is one of the problems because any industry where you find stability on a broad level have some level of collaboration. For example, you see, imagine doctors were working independently. Um, a lot of them would be broke because if somebody dies while you're treating them, people won't come to them anymore. If they don't market themselves properly, they don't get customers. So there's a lot of things. So they have to handle everything. But what happens is um, they come together in a place called a hospital and render these services to customers. So there is trust on the hospital, not on the doctor specifically, right?
Yeah.
You find the same
Yeah.
stuff among teachers. You find, even if we go to sports, um, in a team where you have multiple players, you find that most of them are they can find stability faster because it's not just based on one person. One person
Yeah.
can be injured for a month and still get paid. But
Yeah.
for a sport like golf, where
It's a one
it's
man
all
thing.
dependent on one person, there is
Yeah.
instability. So we believe that collaboration of some sort will help to get musicians to a place of stability. So rather than competing with each other, collaborating with each other would help to increase your chances of finding success. For example, you do not have the money to get yourself to that level, but
Yeah.
if this person has some money and this person has some money and this person has some money, then there's a higher chance that you will be able to compete with the big guys who are paying the radio stations this amount of money.
Yeah.
But with you doing it personally, you do not have that resources. So
Yeah.
there are two questions here.
Okay.
Have you ever collaborated? What was your thought process behind that collaboration? Why did you collaborate? And do you think collaboration will help get more people to stability, or you are of the opinion that competition is still the best thing for an industry like this, where you either win or you die, and it's survival of the fittest?
Okay. So I'm of the opinion that collaboration is the only way because
Okay.
if you want to compete, who do you want to compete with? You want to compete with the likes of whiskey that are already signed.
Yeah.
You want to compete with the likes of Rema that already has everything that he needs to get to the next level. You
Yeah.
want to compete. So the thing is, like you said, they are more successful. I mean, they are lesser successful artists than the unsuccessful ones,
Yeah.
and that's for a fact because one, I still say it again, people do not have the ability, and those that actually do, they don't have the opportunity.
Yes.
And I feel like opportunity won't just come to you; you
Yes.
go after opportunity, and that's you building your resume. Your resume is your like your Instagram, Twitter,
Yes.
what's it called? That's your resume because that's what people would ask for the moment you tell them you're an artist. They want
Yeah.
your IG. I've seen a lot of times. Even there's this event I have on the 11th. I got an opportunity to perform there because of my Instagram. And my
Yeah.
Instagram isn't really all that. I just have 4,000 followers. But those 4,000 followers are my riders.
Yeah.
So it's more about you building yourself, promoting yourself. First of all, you can do it without money.
Okay.
You don't need too much money for it to start up something, so to start up your music career.
Yeah.
I started off without too much money. Even till now, Seth, I don't have too much money to put, but
Yeah.
I still squeeze in something one way or the other to put into it. So first things first, find people around you. The collaboration is very important. Like me now, I collaborate like mad.
Yeah.
There's no Scotty music without collaboration. And
Yeah.
when we talk about collaboration, it doesn't necessarily have to be you collaborating with artists.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be that. There are collaborations outside that area. Like, okay, let me tell you something. I have a producer friend we met in school.
Yeah.
He's a he's a mixing and mastering engineer. I'll get beats from my guys. I'll go to him, I'll record.
Yeah.
Give me my song. I'll send it to Azuri Music. Azuri Music, we already have an agreement.
Yeah.
50% is mine, 30% is theirs. So
Yes.
no, it is part of collaboration.
Yes, definitely.
So I give it to them. They put my music out there. If it makes sales, we all eat. My
Yes.
graphics designer is also my classmate. She
Yeah.
does all of artworks, all the art directions. She does everything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's like where the collaboration comes in. She's very talented, and she's also looking for opportunities to put herself to also spread her own wings.
Yeah.
So my platform could help. Our platform could also help me. My producer's
Yeah.
platform could help me. I could also help him. So it's me now winning from every angle. They also winning from every angle because they are part of the whole project.
Yes.
Now I drop this song. I say, oh, this song was produced by so and so, was mixed and mastered by so and so. This artwork was designed by so and so. And people go back and look, oh, who is this so and so? Oh, let me check who this so and so is.
Exactly.
Everybody's winning.
Yeah.
So that's where collaboration. That's how important it is. You cannot stand a tree. Cannot stand alone and become a forest.
Yes.
So that's where collaboration comes in, and from there you start getting opportunities. I can't lie.
Yes.
My music, like to me, my music started last year. I've been doing music for a long time,
Yes.
but professionally, started last year May.
Yeah.
Why? Because I go back to school and then I start finding some other things, and then I start finding my way. Because meeting these guys, it really reduced cost.
Yes.
I don't have to think about how paying this guy a huge sum of amount to do this. I
Yes.
don't have to. But if I want to actually properly promote my song, I can now promote my song with the cheese, the remaining money I have.
Yes.
After spending some little money on some things, but obviously still spend money. But after spending those things, those like that amount of like those small money on some small things, if you still
Yeah.
have money, you can still put it back in promotion. So it's a
Yes.
win-win for everybody. Collaboration is very important. As an upcoming artist, you cannot do anything by yourself. So just look for people, and first of all, they won't just collaborate with you.
Yes.
Trust me. If you've not actually built something to an extent, nobody will want to collaborate with you. I mean, people that would actually want to collaborate, they will people on still on your level, and it might not be as crazy as it might not be as hard as you think.
Yeah.
But if you haven't built anything and they see prospects, still they see your
Yeah.
drive. Because first thing first, I feel like what labels look at is your drive, how
Yes.
determined you, how hard can you actually go. I mean, I've proven myself so many times, too many times. That's why right now I've been pitching ideas to, and not even labels, to people I know that they can invest. And there's
Yeah.
this my guy who's been investing in my shit since last year. His name is Emeka Oji. Shout out to
Yeah.
him if he can see this. I hope he sees this. So he has been investing in my shit since last year. Like I would want to do something like when I did a listening party last year. It
Yeah.
was through collaboration. Trust me, only me cannot just do that listening party. My sister
Yeah.
has like a printing company where she does printing. So
Yeah.
she helped me with the whole printing or like all the printing jobs I needed, like banner, shirts, and all those stuff.
Yeah.
My the venue, the place we used for the place we used for the listening party,
Yeah.
it was given to me. A friend of mine just spoke to the owner. Oh, this guy is good, or he wants to do this one. That people come and buy drinks. It's still collaboration because at the end of the day, that day they still sold a lot of
Definitely.
drinks. So people will come and buy drinks. They will just sit down. So don't collect money. He just wants to use this place. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da. And he worked. I did my listening party. Very big. Check my IG. You see that people will think I spent millions or like I spent up to 500K. So I didn't spend anything. Only money.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I spent money on is just clothes I wore and some other stuff like I had to take care of. Like yeah, just some stuff I had to take care of. Aside from that, I didn't spend anything. The hype man that came to hype on that the Kenzo king of hype in the email accident in my department. He just came for me, he came out for me and he did a very wonderful job. Even people till tomorrow they still talk about it. So obviously that's the power of collaboration.
So
Life
there's two
life is
things.
too
You
hard.
spoke
That,
about
okay.
opportunities and collaborations, right? So one thing that you achieved here is you are able to pull this collaboration off by yourself, and a lot of people are unable to. So you have done the work of, you gave some people percentages of your songs. You gave some people, we call it sweat equity, like your sister who's doing some stuff for you, your graphic designer, your sister who's helping you print. So you've been able to get a lot of things that you would normally spend money on, a lot of
Yeah.
things that you might not have been able to achieve by yourself. You've been able to pull all of these people together to help you achieve growth. So, and this then takes you to a level where more opportunities come in. More people can find you, more people can discover your music.
Exactly.
So, with Plekxa, we acknowledge the power of collaboration and
Yeah.
also know that not everybody can be like Scotty Muziq, where they have the charisma, they have the ability to bring all of these people together by themselves. So the
Exactly.
Plekxa app allows you to find projects
Yeah.
and feature inside these projects. What then happens is the other people who are in these projects as well. They You achieve cross promotion. There is shared resources that can be used to get A-list artists on these projects. They can be
Yeah.
used to get massive promotions that can compete with big
Okay.
releases in the industry. So
Okay.
the drive that a lot of people have towards trying to compete, towards trying to be the next whiskey, towards trying to be the next Davido, towards trying to be the next. Yes, it is good, but
Yeah.
the chances that you most likely will be able to achieve that is low because you do not have the resources. So
Yeah.
there's some form of driver, and I believe that somehow we're able to learn from him on the power of working with people, on the power of sharing responsibility, giving people stuff. Sometimes a lot of people just want to keep 100% of everything, but it is better to have 10% of $1 million than to have 100% of $100. So, one final question before um, we go. For you personally, can you share, um, pick out one collaboration you had? Tell us about it specifically. I'm talking from a creative perspective. How were you able to make it work? Your vision of how the song should go, their vision of how the song should go, getting the song together, and then um, how did you ultimately get it to a point where you were comfortable with it, you were comfortable with what the other person has done, and comfortable to release the music?
Okay. So okay, there's this song. The song I did a listening party for. Okay. The song is
Yeah.
titled "A Battle."
Sorry.
So that song, I actually wrote that song like a year ago, but
What did you say the
like
title of the song is?
many battles, many battles.
Okay.
So I actually wrote the song a year ago, and the song is actually poison at it's poison at the it's poison at the journey,
Yeah.
the struggle I had a year before that, before last year.
Yeah.
How, because I lost my dad, so I had to go
Wow.
through a lot of struggle. I dropped out of school. I dropped out of school like 3 years ago. 4 years. Oh, this is a new year. Yeah, 4 years ago in
Yeah.
2021. I had to drop out of school. I gained admission to study law for my dad,
Wow.
but but I had to drop out because I lost my dad, and it was really telling on me. And if I decided I wanted to continue, because that was even what I wanted to study. I wanted to be because of me. But
Yeah.
since it wasn't anymore, so obviously I would go and do what I want. So I dropped out. It was telling. There were so many things. I was going through some emotional peace that people didn't know about. Like a lot of them. I wrote a lot of songs during that period. I had to isolate myself. Like I was away from people. I stayed away from people for like the whole of 2022. Although I broke a Guinness World Record in 2022, but I still wasn't too close to people. I was trying my best to want to get close to people again, like to because I felt like I was mentally not there, like my space. I just wanted my space to like
Yeah.
by myself. So how I collaborated, that song was basically me, my story. So I just wanted somebody else that could also tell their own story in that song. So I sent it
Yeah.
to a white guy. His name is a man like Bishan. Because I have like I got connected to UK in 2021. Yeah, I lost my dad. I got connected to him through one white guy. His name is Lloyd Haynes. So he like I think I got signed under him for like just distribution, production and distribution.
Yeah.
So he was helping me out with a lot of stuff at that time. So that was what gave me a little entrance to the UK and to the UK market.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been like doing my thing. I stopped doing. I didn't do. I think I didn't do any music. I didn't do anything musical throughout 2023.
Wow.
2022. I didn't. I did something in 2022, but 2023 I didn't do anything. I didn't drop any song because I was still not fit enough.
Yeah.
But you see, 2024, at the ending of 2023, I did something. We attempted breaking the Guinness World Record again.
Yeah.
It's hit sound producer,
Wow.
and we actually plan on releasing that song this year, like probably by February. That song, the song we made in that Guinness World Record,
Yeah.
probably by February this year, it should be out because
What's the
one of the
title
reasons,
so we can look out for it?
um, time of our lives.
Okay.
So yeah, um, so that song basically came that night, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I made the song through my struggles, like through the struggles, like too many battles that we are fighting as human beings.
Yeah.
Because human being, they fight one or two battles where nobody knows. You understand?
Yeah.
So, fighting my own battle, you're fighting your own battle. So everybody can obviously listen to the song and get and understand the message immediately. Too many battles, but I still be the winner. So it's like me giving myself some sort of hope that yeah, I'm still going to win this battle, no matter what. I will
Yeah.
win this battle. It's a powerful song to me. It's a powerful message.
Yeah.
Despite all the struggles, I will still win this battle. That's basically what it's saying. And I sent it to the guy. I told him, oh, apparently, yeah, I wanted a UK rap. I mean, an Abuja, Nigerian Abuja type of, like a Dumodu Black type of rap.
Yeah.
And I have friends that do all those kind of things. Like they're very good at it. I sent it
Yeah.
to one of my guys. His name is he he did something and sent it back to me, but he didn't mix and master. So I didn't want to go through that stress of giving my guy another problem to come and be mixing and mastering. So
Yeah.
that's like, and then I now sent it to the UK guy also. The guy sent it back properly mixed and mastered like his own verse. So
Yeah.
we just had to like just infuse it to the song and
Yeah.
just so it came out beautiful, like beautifully. So I just said, I mean, this is what I'm gonna work with. This is what I'm gonna work with.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to like do any other thing. You get me? So then that's how we got the song. And the guy actually brought back like what he brought back his own message is basically very connected to my own message. So I was
Yeah.
like, yo, what's this? What's this? So yeah, that's it basically.
That's amazing.
First things
So,
first,
yeah.
be first things first, be able to pass your own message. And if the person you're collaborating with too can resonate to what you're saying, that's fire. It's going to be fire.
Yes. That's beautiful. So, well, why all of this has been really exciting is we didn't just talk about the struggle, we talked about possible solutions, we talked about um, ways that artists can start to. I think, first of all, it's about understanding that this isn't just, we're not just here to play. I can
Yeah,
sing. I can sing
yeah,
doesn't make you an artist. I can sing makes
yeah,
you a singer. So,
yeah,
um, we are inspired by your story. And it's one of the reasons we keep trying to help creators, help musicians build. Um, I had I've seen loads of musicians over the years um, producing, mixing their songs, and you have people who've been great rappers, singers, and sometimes we ask ourselves, where are these people? So they come and then they find themselves in other industries doing other stuff. Even the people that we kind of believe had made it somehow, somehow they disappear. So the question became, how do we help creators build a sustainable career? A sustainable career might not be you becoming the next Drake, but do you
Yeah.
enjoy what you do so much that it is about communicating the message, that it's about earning from what you do rather than being forced to shift into something else that you do not want to do. So we hope we're able to impact a lot of people's lives. We hope we're able to gradually nudge the industry forward and be able to help more people see a better path towards building something tangible out of their careers. So thank you very much, Scotty Muziq, for being part of this. Um, do you have any upcoming releases or is something you just dropped that you would want to get people to get to run
Yeah.
in?
I just released a song. I released a song December
Okay.
20 December 22nd. It's titled Weekend. So it's
Weekend.
basically, yeah, Weekend. It's
Yeah.
basically a vibe like a club type of song. So just a drink up, party all night to the weekend. Basically been
Yeah.
hustling for a very long time, be on the road, trying to get the money, trying to get everything that is
Yeah.
very like necessary to your own growth. So sometimes just
Yeah.
lean back, just sit back and relax and just drink up, just have fun basically. Because
Yeah.
all work and play makes a boy. So
Yeah.
just it's basically one like trying to pass through the song. Just have fun sometimes. Not every time that you have to be on the road trying to like. I mean, I have to make it. I mean, you have to make it, but still find time to have
Yeah.
fun, enjoy yourself. Uh,
Yeah. So we're
Yeah. So
gonna
that.
try to get the link directly to the song and then attach it to the video. So if you're interested in listening to the song, you can click on the link and get directly to that and enjoy. Thank you once again for being part of this episode. We look forward to working with you in the future.
All right. Sing it.
Thank you. Bye bye.